Yep, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie and his Leo in the third house, back with another reading. This gonna be another pick a card reading. We're gonna be asking the question, who wants to be your next sneaky link? So I'm just curious. I figured this would be something fun to do. And I use the word sneaky link. I'm gonna put that in the title because only those who know. So I figure we put that in there and see what's up with it. That's it. I'm just doing this for fun. I got a couple other topics behind that's a little bit more heavier, a little bit more serious, and then I got some more fun ones in there. So, this is just on that path of just getting things done. All right. So I got 4 piles. Oh, I got the spill. Thanks to all my people who be liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, getting involved. You know what I mean? Thanks to those people who booked those personal readings over the last couple of days. Thanks to those people who even donated. I thank you very much. I think that's it. Just thank y'all for trusting me and for hanging out with me on this journey because I really enjoy myself and I'm enjoying this whole adventure. You never know where it's going to lead you. And so here we are. So I got 4 piles. All right. We're going to pile 1 right here with green aventurine. Pile 2 with rose quartz. Pile 3 with red jasper. Pile 4 with dragon's blood. All right. Dragon's bloodstone. All right, dragon bloodstone. All right, so pick your pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna get started over here with pile 1. Boom, pile 1. So, pile 1. Who wants to be your next sneaky link? Someone who's a little bit scared. They're not really what? Okay, so they fluctuate between being bold and being like timid. All right, this is a person who is they're really relaxed, so they're not very impulsive. They're more relaxed. They're more observant. All right, that's what I'm really getting. Now this person comes off as very gentle, very warm. Not so pushy. They're not very aggressive, but they're very strategic. All right, because we have Panther spirit. So this could be someone who's a little bit darker than you. I have some white skin here. I have like a Native American, someone with red hair, somebody with black hair, or they keep their hair wrapped up. They may have longer hair if they're like a black woman or a black male. They may have long hair, fro, braids, dreads, but they could be darker skin. Could be lighter skin. All right. Signs I have though are Leo, Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn. All right. So it could be one of these signs. Could be any sign. But they could just be exercising this energy. All right. Now this is a person who is getting money non-traditionally because we have Fortuna, which means they could have gotten maybe a settlement. They could be getting money from other people. Other people could be donating to them. They could have, maybe a settlement already. Maybe they could have had like insurance come their way. Maybe they could have had taxes just come in. Whatever it is the case, they have good money. They're very attractive as well. Okay. Now with this Panther spirit, that gives me someone who's, and we have sacral chakra here, and this one. So this person is very sexual. All right. Now this is a person who doesn't do too much talking. They more so have like a piercing gaze. They're very good with eye contact. All right, now could be a person who has a prominent position in society, or they get a lot of attention because Midhaven is about how you put yourself out to be seen, and they have a lot of confidence. All right, this is Leo energy. That's Leo energy. So they are, even if they aren't a Leo, they're giving off the energy of being very charming, very charismatic, very strategic, very sleek. Having a lot of good, strong eye contact. They give an energy of being really relaxed, really peaceful, not very aggressive, not very pushy, not very forceful. Yet there's this underlining energy because the Panther spirit is lined up with the sacral chakra. And I know Panthers are like night creatures. They're night hunters. They're very quiet. You don't really know, well, from what I've read, you don't really know about them coming onto you until they're pretty much on you. You can't see them coming because they blend in with the dark, right? So they're a type of person who's like very good with their environment. They know their prey. They know their environment. They're like a, not a killing machine, but they're like, just a player. They're skilled. All right. They're very sexual though, and this person is they know how to be vulnerable. They know how to express vulnerability strategically though. So they know how to relate with you in a way that makes you feel like you know them. All right. This person could come off a bit feminine, even if they're masculine. They're gonna come off a bit feminine, just very easy to get along with. Not very, like I said, not very aggressive, not very pushy. You know, now this is also a person who kind of gives off the air of being unavailable. They are emotionally unavailable because we have the High Priestess here too as well. But they could be, because the action I'm looking at them taking is they're going to try to push forward. You know, they may offer you some type of gift. You know, they may, you know, with this High Priestess here, I'm getting like, you know, they're not going to say too much. They're going to kind of like insinuate things through giving you gifts, through giving you time, attention. You know what I mean? They're going to try to push this forward though with like a might. You know, they kind of already assume that this is going to go in a direction that they want. When I see the Chariot, I think of people as thinking that this is already going in the way that they want. And a Six of Pentacles, you know, the guy's face is like, I know what you want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, look at him. He's giving them a look like, yeah, I know what y'all want. Kids like candy. I got you. You know what I mean? So he or she is like a person who already kind of has this intuitive knowing of what you want. You know, and that would be like a Cancer trait. Cancers naturally know what you want. Leos are very good when it comes to dating or attracting what it is they want, going after what it is that they want. You can call your mom in a second, Stink, when I get done. They're gonna be they're gonna dress, you know, pretty decent at least. You know, maybe not too extravagant. It may be extravagant, but it may not be. It's gonna be noticeable though. They know how to put themselves together. Okay. This person is going to know how to get behind your defense. It's like they're not, because they're going to give you that energy of feeling like you're at home and at peace. They're going to give you this resting relaxation type of feeling. You know, maybe you've been to their home or you've seen their home. Maybe they have a really nice home or a very large home. But they definitely have, if not a prominent position in society, they get a lot of attention by the way that they put themselves out there. And that could have been in their career, because Midheaven represents career. So they could be striving heavy for a career, or they could just be putting themselves out there, you know, maybe an entertainer or something. It's something that gets them a lot of recognition and a lot of attention, and they're noticed from, you know, because of Midheaven. Midheaven is about being noticed in your career, how you were taught to put yourself out there. So they know how to put themselves out there for sure. All right, now they could have intuitive abilities as well. They may not always use it. You know, they may kind of, see, when I look at it when I look at the High Priestess in reverse, I think of her as a person who goes with their instinct and not necessarily with their intuition. They just kind of go with what they feel. Well, that is your intuition, but this is like more like, even if there's a warning sign that maybe this may not be the best path to go, they're going to still take it anyway. They're just going to go with what they want to do. You know what I mean? It's kind of like avoiding their real inner calling. Like maybe there's a, you know, because maybe there's another way that they should be going about doing it. But in this case, this is who this person is. You know, they're a person who doesn't really listen to their intuition all the time. They're just going to kind of come at you in a physical sense, you know, offer you some type of gift, give you some type of charity, something that you like, you know, because that's what this is giving me, the impression that it's going to be something that you like. It's going to make you feel like you have maybe authority or status, or, you know, it's going to put you up. It's like you, because I think of the Chariot as elitism, you know what I mean? Or like people who have status. It's like by being around them or being with them, it's going to give you some level up or some level of being recognized by other people as being valuable. You know, and they may give you gifts, may treat you differently than other people to show you that you're important to them. You know, and confidence is their main tool. Being very warm, being very charming, being very relaxed and chill and non-threatening is their tool. You know, and maybe they're giving you money. Maybe that's how they are. Maybe they plan to give you money or give you something, give you some type. It's for sure attention. They're going to give you attention, and the attention is going to give you is going to make you feel like you're on top of the world. You know, it's going to make you recognized by other people. You know, or at least that's just the, you know, I call it the facade, but maybe that's just the impression that they're going to give you, that they're going to get you noticed by other people or something like that, or just by knowing them, your level has went up. You know what I mean? That's going to be the impression that they're going to give you. And this may be a person who's a bit dominant as well, but like passively dominant, where, you know, they don't necessarily tell you to shut up, but they may give off an air of unimpressed, or not unimpressed, of uninterested or just detached, you know, unavailable, you know, maybe even a bit in a fog, you know, or like not in a fog, but more of what's that feeling? You know how like when you're talking to someone and then they get spaced out? That's that kind of person. Like you may start talking about things that really matter or things that are important to you, and they kind of space out, or they go off into some other realm for themselves. You know what I mean? This person has psychic abilities because we have, like I said, we have the high priestess and we have crown chakra. And because Panther Spirit is here, I know this is a person that follows their instinct. All right. So they have good intuition. They have great instinct. They know how to get the prey. They know they're just very strategic. All right. And you might not see them coming before they come up on you, but you will notice them when they're there because they get all the attention, or they make themselves known. So if it's a small woman, she'll still put herself out in a way that you can't miss her. If he's a small man or a tall woman, they're going to make it so that you can't miss them. All right. And this is who that person is. And so, like I said, the action that they're going to take is probably moving forward, just trying to push forward with their will and with their material and with gifts and, you know, generosity and just being, you know, giving of themselves, you know, and that's how they're going to try to, you know, they're not going to say too much. They're going to kind of let you take over the conversation. They're just going to let you do all the talking. They're just going to shh and listen to you, give you stuff, maybe offer just a little bit of feedback, but they're going to try to push through because in their mind, they already know where this is going to go for them. You know, this is how they feel about it. All right. So here's your advice. It says, compassion. Dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender to self-criticism and the fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel that you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. Okay? So this is a person who knows how to get their desires met. All right? So this is the person that wants to be your sneaky link. Pile 1. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the 3rd house. Boom. Pile 2. So, pile 2. Who wants to be your sneaky link? Could be a Libra, could be a Scorpio, could be a Taurus, could be a Gemini, could be a Libra, could be a Taurus, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It could be you, could be them. All right, but what I'm getting this is someone who could be a singer or someone who's not afraid to express their voice, to express themselves, but they do worry about how other people see them with this peacock spirit in reverse. So they're attractive, but they care very much how other people see them. Other people's opinions of them matters, and sometimes it causes them to dim to fit in. All right, but this is a person who may be able to sing or may be able to sing, carry a tune. They may have a very nice voice. You know, they give off an energy of royalty, you know, or of, you know, having like stature, you know what I mean? They're respected. They respect themselves, but they also kind of care too much about how other people see them, you know what I mean? So they're learning now at this time to give zero cares about how other people see them. So they might fluctuate between caring how other people see them. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. They're giving the energy of, they come off as not caring what other people say, but you can tell by their behaviors and their traits that they care about what other people are saying about them, because they're like very materialistic, because we got resources, we got peacock spirit, we got the 4 of wands, and we have the empress. So they're a person who is abundant. All right, they have some type of I said miracle. Maybe there's a miracle that just happened in their life, but because, you know, I got surrender to the divine, which kind of gives me like a miracle vibe. You know, they're tapped in. They have good intuition. Well, they have great, they're good at listening to clues and following the synchronicities. They have a natural inclination of knowing how to get resources, how to build, how to compete. They're very competitive. You know, they're very fiery and aggressive. You know, they know how to go after what it is that they want. They pretty much electrify the room. They bring in an energy that makes everyone feel excited. They may even be the life of the party. You know, they kind of give this energy of being able to infect others with their energy. You know, they're very upbeat, very motivating, you know, just very active, you know, and this is a person who's kind of open. They're like an open book, you know, so why they care what other people say, they're still kind of just vulnerable. They're still allowing other people to see them, flaws and all. Right? This is a person who has stability, though. They may deal with codependency issues because I have Juno partnership. So this could be somebody who you're in a relationship with, you know what I mean? Because this could be like, you know, somebody you're already with, and maybe you guys share a house, share a place, you know, but this person is feeling like maybe you guys had a disagreement, or there was a disruption in a family, in a housing dynamic. Maybe you guys moved away, or they realize that this relationship is no longer stable. You know, there's someone who's dealing with a regret from either a past relationship or from your relationship. But it's just an energy of feeling like, you know, it's not as harmonious right now, you know what I mean? And so they want to offer some type of apology and possibly a rebirth with this Empress. Now, the Empress to me could be like, you know, birthing a new change as well. But she's holding a pomegranate, and I know that's the food of kings, or the food of gods. And I know it represented fertility and rebirth. So that's what they intend to do. That's how. So this could be somebody maybe you had from your past, who you once dated. Because surrender to the divine could also mean like allowing the universe to come in and make the final decision for you and put you guys where you're meant to be. So either put you or put them where they're meant to be. But this is that person that's surrendered to the divine, you know, and they're learning to kind of just go with the flow of life. And that's what electricity means too, as well. Wilderness, like being uninhibited, allowing the energy of life to flow through you and emanate into others. So like how you express yourself comes out, and it shares that same energy with other people. So that's who they are. And it could be in a relationship, you know, or they're trying to get a relationship. You know, they may be wanting to compete for your attention and show them, put themselves out there. They may want to, you know what I feel like? I feel like they want to give you a O. You know what I mean? Like with this electricity, it gives me that O feeling, like, oh, you know, oh, Henry, oh, Sherry. You know what I mean? It gives me that type of vibe. You know what I mean? This is a person who really secretly can't stand themselves. So they're learning to accept themselves. They're dealing with self-worth issues. You know, they don't feel good enough, you know, and they're dealing with codependency. So they may want to repatch. So this is probably somebody from your past, or someone who you've had some type of connection with. They want to come back in and offer, you know, apology, offer you a gift, you know what I mean? Something that they feel can grow. You know, they want to rehash this situation again. You know, there's a lot of attraction here for you. You know, they're very attractive as well, you know, and they're looking to compete, you know, and get the victories or the spoils of this move, pretty much. All right. Now, this is a person who's about to become, like, they're gonna be getting aligned within themselves shortly. You know, that's where they're working on. They're working on accepting and getting over past grief and getting to this energy of letting go of resentment. You know, which is like a Taurus trait. You know, that's and a Scorpio trait. That's big. Oh, and a Cancer trait. That's big. All right, that's very big. I don't know about Libra. I don't know if Libra holds on too much of resentment. Maybe if they got water in their chart, or Earth, maybe. But this person, they're going to be like working on getting more aligned with themselves. That's currently what they're working through right now. But they want to be your sneaky link. You know, they're not in the energy of like really competing. They kind of like want to, like, they don't want to do the work of like chasing you. They kind of want to like allow the universe to bring you into them. You know, they don't want to do the work of competing against other lovers or other suitors who you may or may not have. They just kind of want to allow the universe to do its magic and work its magic. They're going to, you know, if they get the chance to, they're going to offer you an apology. Because, you know, the Empress for me is not really a moving card. She's more stationary. She's more attracting. She knows how to use the ability of getting what she wants. But if you know the Empress is all four queens, and all four queens are stationary. They more so call shots, or like getting to a position where other people can come to them and then they offer, you know, but they're not really people who go after. So all four queens would equal up to an Empress. And in this card, you know, she's not going to make a move. So they're not going to really make a move. They're just going to try to do their best to make themselves available, to make themselves as attractive as possible, you know, and to possibly, you know, give you this energy of like sincerity and be romantic. You know, they may not have been too lucky in love, because a page is usually a person who's not too lucky in love because they don't understand the emotional depth that it takes to build long-term commitment. You know, usually it doesn't, they don't notice that energy until they get to the Queen of Cups. But at the Page of Cups, you just have, you have a desire, or you have a yearning to connect with people emotionally, but it's not in a way yet, quite yet, that it can grow. It has potential to grow, but in the initial stages, it's not going to be enough to sustain you. So you would really have to take care of yourself more emotionally, but there's no worry for that because they just want to be a sneaky link. So we really don't even have to care about how many emotions or how deep their emotions are, unless this is somebody who you care about and you're still kind of considering them, because this may cause, you know, a discrepancy after the do, if for some reason you guys do the do. But I doubt it. I'm not saying that I doubt it. I'm just saying that they're not going to make a move. You know, they're going to just kind of like allow the universe to show them, you know, maybe what steps to take. They'll take inspired action if it comes to them, you know, because they're willing to compete, you know, and they're just kind of like waiting on the universe to either give them signs or waiting for you to kind of like come into their path, you know, get maybe within a distance of them, or get like, you know, somewhere where they can see you. And then they're just going to try to throw on all the attractiveness they can. They want to be in their highest glory, and they may offer you a small gift or some type of emotional connection. They may just try to, you know, just something gentle. Maybe it's not conversation. It's just maybe something small, you know, just like almost like a peace treaty, you know what I mean? Something light, you know, a gift, some type of creative project they might have did, maybe a picture they might have drew, a card they might have made or bought, you know, something that's going to invoke an emotional response from you. All right. Because they feel a lot of regret, and they're dealing with this energy of resentment and guilt and shame, you know. And if it's not guilt and shame, I mean, it's got to be guilt and shame, because they're reflecting back on this energy of like instability, or of a breakup, you know, or a separation, or a disharmony. You know, maybe they lost a house or something like that, maybe, or they just lost some level of stability, because what they really care about is partnerships, you know, and relationships. Like they just deal with codependency issue. For them, their value is based on how other people see them and what other people think about them. Yet they have a strong sense of self. Well, I guess it couldn't really be a strong sense of self if you care about how other people, but you know, we all go through that. So don't worry about that. Don't even worry about that, right? They just have a strong sense of self. You know, they put on a good mask. All right, let's just say that they put on a good mask. They're very attractive, but deep down they care how other people see them, and they're working on that energy now of not caring how other people see them. So they're healing their heart chakra, learning to be more acceptive, learning to be more receptive, and allow things in. And that's where they're in the energy of. So they're not going to make a move. They're just going to allow like if you guys are ever in the area or in the vicinity of them, they're going to try to make themselves as attractive as possible, and then allow you to come into them. They're going to be very warm, you know, very, very romantic, very, you know, very playful, very childish, you know, just kind of wanting to go with the flow. You know, they have an intention to possibly be able to make this to be something, but in initial stages, they're not quite sure how to handle a long-term partnership. They could have came from a relationship, or this could have been a person who you guys had an emotional turmoil with, because Juno represents partnerships, but it also represents what are you willing to like give up for partnerships. So it could be like needing to find a balance between work and love, you know what I mean? Where this person may only just be able to give physical pleasure and monetary gain, but not really a lot of emotional companionship, you know what I mean? And that's the type of person that they are. They're just kind of shallow, you know, but they're learning to become more aligned with the outcome of life, and kind of like allowing spirit to show them, you know, how they can get the things they really want without caring how other people are perceiving them while they're out expressing themselves and being who they genuinely are. Okay? So, Pile 2, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the 3rd house. Oh, dang. If you're still here, let me read this to you. It says, prayer. Dear God, help me always remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always to remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there is, and all else is an illusion. Boom. Pile 4. Pile 3. Pile 3. Boom. Pile 3. Hey, so Pile 3. Who wants to be your next Slinky Link? Someone who might be watching you but being a bit impatient. I feel like they're chomping at the bit to get a hold of you. All right. Could be a Virgo. Could be a Sagittarius. Could be a Libra. Could be a Pisces. You know, and we got Earth energy. So that could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be one of these signs. Now, this is a person who has a lot of information. They're expansive. Could be a traveler. Could be somebody at a distance. This is a person who you maybe watch or they watch you. Now, this is a person who's kind of impatient. They're not willing to like wait. Like with this Sagittarius energy, it gives me this energy of them like wanting things to move fast. You know, they don't like to wait. They want things to happen right now. So that what they're healing currently is learning how to go with the flow of life, learning how to ease into things. All right, they're learning how to have a sense of individuality with this sacral chakra here. They're learning how to have a sense of being able to take care of themselves, focus on themselves. This doesn't sit with needs, which would be the root chakra, but this deals with choosing yourself first, learning how to put themselves first, learning how to be the authentic version of themselves without a fear of not being able to get what it is that they want. You know, this is also about confidence. So when you're at confidence, you're able to be at ease with things. With ambiguity, you're able to be at ease because in the end, you know, you have yourself. Now, this could be someone who has a prominent position in society. With the scepter is usually someone who's very analytical, very perceptive, someone who has great forethought. Could be, you know, with Sagittarius here, they could be like a teacher. They could be someone like a professor, someone with a higher, you know, a philosopher, a nurse, you know, or a coach, you know what I mean? Because, you know, it's a teacher. There's someone who teaches people that they are good enough. So they could be like a life coach, a Reiki master. They're teaching people about their own values. They teach people to create their own values, all right? Now, this is something where nothing may come of this. Maybe it's not a good time to start something with them quite yet. You know, or, you know, this moon kind of gives me like at a distance because the moon seems like it's so far in this picture. It's like, it's way out the way. So maybe they're like way out the way from you. You know what I mean? This could be a person who's into like astrology or into the planets. Maybe they know about their birth chart. Maybe they understand the placements. You know, they have a good understanding. Now they're psychic as well because we have the intuition here. We have the high priestess. So there's someone who has psychic abilities, someone who's very intuitive. This could be like a reader. You know, or this could be like, you know, a medium. It's somebody who's for sure spiritual. All right. And it says now is not the fucking time. So it's not them. This person is a person who's going through blaming other people. They're like a victim. They play a lot of victim at this moment. There's a person who plays him to blame, her to blame, them to blame, but not me. You know, they play the victim role. You know, so if they're not necessarily like psychic, then, you know, there's just someone who maybe watches readings. Maybe there's someone who I just feel more like maybe coaching or influencing, you know, like they help people expand and recognize their value. You know what I mean? So they could, like I said, they could be a nurse, they could be a teacher, they could be a influencer, they could be a life coach, they could be a Reiki, you know what I mean, or a yoga master, or, you know what I mean, yogi. Something of that sense. Whatever they do, they just teach other people, and they're a person that's moving forward in society. They have a prominent position in society. They could live in a city, you know what I mean. But they are a person who they're moving up. Like, so I'm noticing Saturn here, you know, and Saturn, I'm thinking of like they're very disciplined. You know, this is maybe a person who's very disciplined, or keeps like a schedule or a routine, or, you know what I mean, something of that sort. It's a person that may even take care of their body. You know, they're learning how to be more receptive. They're learning to be more in touch with their feelings and emotions and process grief. Because this right about now, there's a person who blames other people. They're a finger pointer. You know, they're very impatient. They expect things to happen now, which is that Sagittarius energy. You know, but they're recognizing now that they have value, that they are good enough, and they teach other people that same skill, you know what I mean? But like I said, they may be out of a distance or out of the way. What they may try to offer you, or what moves they may try to make towards you, which I don't know why they would, they probably would like try to figure out what their motives are. You know what I mean? Try to get in touch more with their own, you know, with the six of coins and the high priestess. I feel like trying to get in touch with their own worth. You know, because Six of Pentacles in reverse can also be being undervalued, sometimes breadcrumbed. And with the high priestess, this is about having an intuitive knowing that maybe you're being breadcrumbed, or maybe that this is imbalanced, that you know, you'd be getting less than what you deserve, or you'd be demeaning yourself. So they're kind of like playing this, or they might be celibate, because the high priestess can also be celibate. You know what I mean? But they're kind of just like waiting. They might just be like dating, or like I really get most of this energy just gives off, because none of the cards here are them actually like being with anybody. They're mostly with themselves. They have suitors who are around, but they're kind of like, they don't want to interact with anybody else. They're just taking time to themselves. They might be reading, studying, you know, teaching. They may go on dates, or they may communicate with women or with men. You know what I mean? They may communicate with other people, but there's not really any intimacy at all. You know, more so what they're focusing on is higher knowledge, higher information, spiritually developing. You know what I mean? They are doing the right thing, you know, but they do want to be a sneaky link with you. You know, they're just doing some type of healing, some type of inner work, which is good. This is very good, because they're focusing on their Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So they're working to build stability, to build legacy, to build something, you know, that's stable and that can stand the test of time. That's what they're working on. You know, they could be working on I just mostly get them working on stability. You know what I mean? Getting something done. But they're kind of like, they may tease people. They may tease men, tease women. Because it's like this Ten of Pentacles is like she's offering it to him when he's leaving, you know, so that's kind of like, to me, like a tease, you know. So they're probably tease people, and they probably just be around for attention, but I don't see them doing too much. You know, they just more so maybe go on dates, and you know, if that, you know, they're not going to really make much of a move. They're just going to kind of like, they want to make a move, but they know that they're still healing, you know. So they're not, this is actually a responsible person. In this case, it's like they know that they could be bringing in more trauma than they would be helping, so they're not going to do anything. You know, this is a person who they recognize that this just isn't the time. You know, so they're learning to be like at ease with life, let go of trying to force or control things. And with nothing will come of this situation, nothing may not come of the situation. It might just be more hopefulness that they have, you know, more of a wish. You know, because with groundedness here, this is a need to try to ground something. So they would like to ground this, you know what I mean? But, you know, right now they're just working through, you know, healing, loving themselves, you know, finding their own value again, working on their, you know, health, wealth, and, you know, finances. They're working on, you know, building stability, maybe even working on their traditions or their beliefs. Because the Ten of Cups is about beliefs, family beliefs. We share the same emotional programming. You know, so they may be working on those beliefs, building their own emotional programming as opposed to what they've had before, because they came from the Nine of Wands area, which is, you know, wanting to persist and proceed, you know, wanting to be not diligent, but really wanting to go after what it is they want. Like they have the desire to do it. It's just that they've been hurt. And so now they're just trying to reconnect with their feminine energy. Even if they're a man, they're just trying to reconnect with their feminine energy, reconnect with themselves, you know, hone in on who they are and recognizing their value, and working on stability and pentacles and health and things that really matter, and becoming more grounded, so that way they can become a pillar in society. That's their whole goal here. All right. So they do want to be a sneaky link, but they're not going to do anything because they're really just adding value to themselves. So kudos to them. All right. So we have gratitude. It says, thank you. This is a heartfelt thanks to you from someone who you recently helped in some way. Your guardian angel also wishes to thank you for the unconditional love you emanate to the earth, humanity, and those around you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you along your sacred path. All right. So that was your reading, pile 3. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the 3rd house. Boom, pile 4. So pile 4, who wants to be your sneaky link? Someone who's afraid to take a leap. So they're investigating you, they're watching you. Could be a Scorpio. Could be a Pisces or a Cancer. Could be a Libra. Yeah, it could be a, okay, so it could be a Scorpio, a Libra, a Virgo, Pisces or Cancer. All right, and so this person is going through a transformation. All right, and so this Scorpio energy, now if you know, because that's also sexual energy, Scorpio energy, but this is an investigate. And I'm not quite sure exactly what the meaning of the card is, but I know about Scorpio, and I know Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. And Pluto represents like a push-pull dynamic, because we have conclusions are within reach. So this person is investigating, like maybe you have a reputation, or they have a reputation for excelling through difficult times and difficult situations. They're a person who knows how to transform whenever they are going through a hard time. All right, they have intuitive abilities, because we have the darkness and the moon. So this is a person who's dealing with their shadow side, and it's causing them a lot of grief, a lot of stress, a lot of worry. They're going through a transformative time, you know, and they're seeing other aspects of themselves that they haven't seen before. Now they have a reputation of getting things done, of handling their business, of like overcoming obstacles, overcoming, you know, difficulties. You know, now this is a person who they give off an air of royalty as well, or an air of regality, right? But they could come off as a bit secretive. You know, they're also a person who has problems letting go, or not able to deal with change. You know, because conclusions within reach can sometimes mean sitting at the door and crying, hoping for the door to reopen instead of going into another opportunity. And so they're transforming that energy. That may have been their reputation as a person who holds on to regret, or holds on to situations that have already ended. You know, maybe they live in an energy of resentment or whatnot. Maybe not resentment, but it's like obsession. They live in an energy of being obsessed. That's what it is. But what they want to do is they want to find your intentions. They want to see what your intentions are. I feel like they want to circle back. They can't quite leave from this situation. They're dealing with codependency. They're dealing with the energy of not being comfortable alone. So they want to balance this out. They want to give you something. They want to offer you something. They maybe want to give you the truth. Maybe they want to express themselves and give you the truth. They maybe want to offer you food. You know. But I get that they want to communicate. They want to balance out the scales. They want to be fair, you know. But it's dealing with their pride and their ego, you know, because it's having to do with them being a bit selfish, but depending on others. So they're not quite comfortable alone. Yet there's an energy of them being selfish, you know, or very possessive. You know, I mean, like mine is how it's coming off. Now there's a person who is usually in their head. They're always thinking. They're always over analyzing what you may have said, what you may have done. But they're a person who doesn't move too fast. Like they're very slow when it comes to moving after what it is that they really want. You know, maybe in terms of like this relationship, or in terms of you, they're very afraid to jump at you because they're overthinking this situation. Now this could be somebody from the past, or someone that you've interacted with before. You know, because with Scorpio energy here, this represents that a dynamic in a relationship where there's like if it's not really from a past where you guys have actually interacted with somebody, where you've actually interacted like sexually been with them. This is more like maybe you've texted them before, and then the texting fell off. Maybe you guys maybe went on a date one time, and then you guys never talked again like that, or you just kind of like fell off. It's like that energy of kind of like falling off, and them kind of holding on to that resentment of you guys not being anything, or conclusions coming to a reach. So it's maybe something about your reputation. You have a reputation is really what's keeping them here. You may have a reputation of ending things or leaving people in the cold, you know. But anyway, this person is transforming right now. They're transforming their shadow side, or the aspects of themselves that they aren't super proud about. And they're learning, because they're dealing right now in this energy of needing to control. They want control. And so they're learning how to work through that. And that's where this transformation and this moon is. And so they're learning to be more resilient, you know, not to let disappointments knock them down where they don't feel like they're open to brand new opportunities. You know, this is a person who will cheer you up. They can be very cheerful, and yet at the same time, they're always in their head. You know, so they fluctuate between being very, that's that Libra energy. They fluctuate between very cheerful, very outgoing, to being where they're overthinking the situation and not really telling you quite what they're thinking. But what they want to do is they want to express themselves. They want to give you clarity. They want to give you a truth, and they want to be fair. Well, I don't see a scale in this one, so I'm not going to say that they want to be fair. I want to say that they want to offer you a gift, maybe something very small, you know, because I got the energy from the Nine of Coins that they're selfish. So they may want to offer you a small gift and then some type of honest truth, you know, or a blunt truth, you know, because they can't really walk away from this situation. They're emotionally involved in this. You know, they feel like their reputation is preceding them, you know, because that's what I'm getting. Like there was an ending that may have came, or you guys stopped talking and they feel like their reputation had preceded them, and maybe that's why y'all stopped talking. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm getting here. This is a person who's learning how to surrender the outcome, surrender needing to know everything or needing to know all aspects before they really make a decision, before they make a move. You know, they're just kind of really afraid, really fearful. You know, they're just trying to learn how to relax and go with the current of life. You know what I mean? You know, they're trying to be closer to you. They're trying to get like more intimate, because that's what Scorpio represents, like intimate. They want to really get to know you. They want to dig deeper. This is what this is causing them to do. So there's someone who's investigating you, spying on you, maybe looking through your social medias. They're trying to like get to know you. They want to know what do you really like, or maybe they're trying to investigate if you've ended a relationship with somebody, you know, because you have a reputation for letting people go, you know. And so this is a person who feels like they're maybe stuck, or like they've invested their time in you and they don't want to lose you. You know, they have codependency issues. You know, they don't like being alone. And so they really aren't really satisfied, but they don't want to walk away either. You know, so there's that, you know, and being dissatisfied can sometimes mean like, I tried to hit on you and you wasn't interested in it, and I'm not satisfied with the way that went. You know, I don't like being alone, so I don't like the way that you rejected me. You know, that's possible. That's maybe that type of energy, you know. Or you guys might have been together and you may have left them or caused an ending, and they don't want to leave this situation emotionally. They don't want to be alone, but they don't want to give you what you're worth. Because in this justice, this is just a sword up. He doesn't have a scale. So the scale for me represents balance, fairness, you know, equal give and take. But there isn't that. He just has like one little like a banana thing holder. He just has like one. So I feel like he's just doing this for himself, or she's just doing this for themselves. They want to give you some level of clarity with the intention of being truthful and being straightforward, you know, where maybe, you know, I just feel like they just want to get what they want for them. You know, it's more about their satisfaction and not yours. So keep that in mind. You know, this could be a very intense moment as well, because transformation brings pressure. So this could be a very intense type of person. They could be very secretive, you know, and not always, and it's for sure they're very secretive. They don't always express how they truly feel or what they're truly thinking, you know, but they may be just going through a hard transformation, and this is just breaking them out of their comfort zone, and they're not quite sure how to go about doing it. They feel like they may need somebody with them while they're going through this transformation. Okay, so here's your advice. It says, trust. All unfolds in perfect timing. You are one with divine will, focused only on love, and all you truly desire and manifest at the most perfect moment. Focus only on love, and all you truly desire will manifest at the most perfect moment. Be patient. I, your guardian angel, am watching over you. So yeah, that's what's going on here. This person is watching you, and your guardian angels are watching over you. So no worries here. But yeah, this person is just trying to dig deeper. Something about this dynamic has caused them to do a deeper introspection, because Scorpio represents deeper introspection. It's Pluto rule. And Pluto offers power if you do the deeper dive. You know, so this is causing this person to do a deeper dive because they really want control. But when you're trying to get control and Pluto gets involved, what it causes you to do is dig deeper into finding who you really are. And this brings out the authenticity of this person. So they're going to come into a new version of themselves. Even if they're not a Scorpio, they're transforming into a new version of themselves. All right, and this is a bit painful for them, and they're breaking through codependency issues so that they can find their own personal power and their own integrity and their own authenticity in this world. So that way they can shine out and show other people how to do it. All right, so they're learning to surrender. And this is a person who has a lot of control issues. All right, and you may have ended it with them. All right, but this is who wants to be your sneaky link. So I don't know if you care about all those details I just gave you, but I'll just try to describe them to you so you can know who they are. All right. So, Pile 4, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the 3rd house.